Good evening. My name is Eric Zeiler, and welcome to another broadcast at CC News Today. This is Tuesday. I believe it's March 5th, and we're excited to be in the studio here today to give you some more good news and some godly, Christ-centered information that can help you out. We again have many different highlighted organizations and people that are doing different things out in the community, not only locally here in the South Jersey area, but also further away and even into other countries as we do international news. The very first thing we want to bring to you right now today is an awesome woman of God who stepped out many years ago, and her name is Barbara Goodson, and this was given to us by our reporter, Stephanie R.J. Fuller down in Virginia Beach, Virginia, who is doing some awesome work down in there. And the organization which Barbara Goodson oversees is called Have Shears Will Travel. Now, they're located out of Houston, Texas, and pretty much it's a nonprofit organization serving the local community, traveling to and from. They have a large mobile van, a mobile home in which they go into the community. She started out just with herself, and now they have over 5 hairdressers that travel with them. They're booked several months in advance with many different organizations, to Salvation Army, to homeless shelters, to you name it. They're out there into every possible area where they can meet the needs of those that are out there. They bring dignity by cutting their hair. Many people just don't, they don't feel good because they don't look good, or they feel inferior, or they have a self confidence problem that they're dealing with. But Barbara Goodson with Have Shears Will Travel, they go out and to the homeless, they do abuse recovery from substance abuse, veterans with PTSD. They go into foster care and also into many different needs. Hospice, where a lot of people are there maybe on their last few hours or few days of life here on this earth, and they come in and make them feel better. Right now, they're running probably almost over 500 haircuts each and every month for free as they go and they travel. So I'm going to let Barbara share a little bit from their hospice, from their ministry and what they do down in Houston, Texas. Here's an interview with her, and watch, we'll be right back.
I'm Barbara Goodson, founder of Have Shears Will Travel. Welcome to our mobile hair salon. Have Shears Will Travel began in 2015 after I lost my job in the oil and gas industry. I had been a member of the Episcopal Church, and we were at a gathering where the bishop was calling us to community service, and 2 days after that I lost my job, and I knew instinctively that God wanted me to start this charity, so it began. We started with just me throwing my tools in my trunk and going to different agencies and helping them out with free haircuts, sometimes cutting hair in the basement or in a stairwell. And God has blessed us with funding so that we could purchase a 32-foot motorhome and have it converted into a mobile hair salon. Today we're at Open Door Mission, giving haircuts to the gentlemen here that are residents. And we serve now 40 other agencies all throughout Houston. We started out doing maybe 100 or so haircuts, me all by myself, and now we have 5 hairstylists, and we do over 500 haircuts a month. We keep a journal on board so that clients that get their haircuts can share their positive experience about what we give in our services. And I'd like to read you one of the excerpts. Hello, I'm Tim. This has been the best haircut since I was 12 years old. I was ashamed of the way I was looking. I feel so much better. I can't tell you how much it makes a person feel to get cleaned up. It makes a man feel like a real man again. Thank you. I love you for this. God was calling you when you came to help us. Thank you. I believe it was at Church Under the Bridge where that was written.
Okay. Well, first off, when I heard of Have Shears, I did not know what to expect. I'm not a man with normally had my hand out, and I feel uncomfortable at times. And when I walked in there, I felt like a paying customer, for one. They treated me with dignity. I didn't feel like I was asking for another handout, and I appreciate that being a man. You know, and plus they did a real bang-up job on my hair. What do you think? You know, and I'll keep coming back as long as I'm here.
I think the obvious impact that Have Shears Will Travel has had is just in the explosion of this ministry, because what started as a small gesture, thinking I would only be doing a couple of dozen haircuts a month to hospice patients, people in nursing homes, has exploded to 40 other agencies all around Houston, such as Open Door Missions, Salvation Army, Star of Hope. Every time we open our doors to another agency, they are so thrilled with us coming. And unfortunately, I have to say no sometimes because we don't have enough time. Our calendar is booked the first 4 weeks of every month. We have no extra slots to offer because our service is so welcome and so wanted that it's very obvious that it's a positive impact on the community. From Dress for Success, to Church Under the Bridge, Salvation Army, Star of Hope, Sally's House, they all are so happy that we're able to provide their clients with such a needed service.
Welcome back to the CC News Today Broadcasting Center. Again, my name is Eric Zeiler. Isn't that amazing? I'll tell you, I was so blessed as I was watching that and did some research about Barbara Goodson and their Have Shears Will Travel. What an awesome, awesome opportunity. See, many times what happens is there are people behind the scenes that you never see. They're not, blown up on the news and all that stuff, but that's what we do here at CC News Today. We try to find some good Christ-centered news to let you know that there are people out there that are truly, truly, truly meeting the needs of people. And if you have something that you would like to share, if you have a good news report, again, a Christ-centered news, I would ask you just to go ahead and you can hit us up at Facebook at CTF-TV, or you could go to our email address at CTF_TV@yahoo.com and let us know. This is another report that came in from our reporter down in the Pleasantville area, Lady D, who actually has a show on Fridays here at CTF TV, and it's actually this Friday coming, which will be the 8th, starting at 6 o'clock, is One Lord, One Faith, One Baptism with Dr. Lois Sultan L. She'll be sharing. At 7 o'clock, we start the broadcast with Sisters Strengthening Sisters with the co-host, with Dr. Lois, and with Lady D as the host. And they bring in women from all over the place to try to encourage the body of Christ, lift them up, build them up, and show how God is working in the lives of each and every one. And then at 8 o'clock, we have another show which is called Iron Sharpens Iron with Minister Kevin Britt as your host, and I usually fill in as a co-host. And we bring in men again, as Lady D does with Sisters Strengthening Sisters. But I want you to tune in. You can go to www.ctf-tv.com, click on the link, and it'll go right to the live broadcast starting at 6 o'clock. at 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock. You can check that out, or you could go to our website, click on the icon, the Catch the Fire icon, and go to the many shows that we offer on CTF TV. But this was another one brought in by Lady D, and a gentleman by the name of, that we're all familiar, who was a fighter. He's been out there in the world, but he's a born-again believer. Manny, and they call him Pac for short. I'm not going to get into his actually last name, Pac Guerrero. But anyway, after earning millions of dollars fighting Floyd Mayweather, the boxer and politician, which Manny is now a politician in the Philippines, used a portion of his earnings to construct homes of 1,000 poor families in his hometown. Manny is more than a world-class athlete, but he's also a Filipino politician. He's a compassionate activist who paid 1,000 homes to be built to help out underprivileged families in his hometown. Earlier this year, Pac proclaimed that good deed on Facebook. I'm so happy giving the houses free to my constituents in Sarangani province from my own pocket, more than 1,000 families of beneficiaries. This report was made that a born-again believer, which is Manny, was inspired to help poor families after duking it out with Floyd Mayweather. Though he lost the boxing match, he still earned millions of dollars in the fight of the century and felt it was his duty to give back. He wrote, as faithful stewards of God, grace in its various forms, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others. I'm still building more because I always believe what the Bible says, offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. So we want to thank Manny out there in the Philippines as he continues to build homes. And you know what? We were talking about yesterday, Habitat for Humanity. If you know somebody who's looking for a home that's willing to put in some effort, you can check out our local Habitat for Humanity here in Salem County. You can listen and you can go to their website and or give them a call and talk to Sue Lighty, and she'll probably can get you or direct you somewhere. So we'll be right back after this message. Hi, welcome back to CC News Today. My name is Eric Zeiler. I'm your news reporter here in the studio today. This is Tuesday, March 5th, and we welcome you back. We have been sharing some incredible stories about people and ministries and organizations, not only locally here in the Salem County area and in New Jersey and the tri-state area, but also overseas. And here's another one which was brought to our news desk this morning, again by Lady D with Sisters Strengthening Sisters. And this is a young man by the name of Joshua Beckford. Joshua Beckford, at the age of 6, enrolled actually in Oxford University. And he's the age of 13-year-old right now. He's the youngest scholar with his dreams becoming a neurosurgeon. Was recently listed in the top 30 most remarkable people in the world with autism who have impacted society. Living with high-functioning autism, Joshua Beckford, the child prodigy from Tottenham, was at the age of 6 the youngest person ever to attend this prestigious Oxford University. He received a certificate of excellence after getting distinctions in all his courses, which were part of an online learning platform for gifted children. Now, Joshua is 13 years old, and the young scholar dreams again of being a neurosurgeon. We're going to go to a brief clip, and I believe that it'll inspire you for those that are out there. Let me tell you something. It's very, very interesting because so many times we look at people with handicap, but I also look at people with handicap as they have a way to escape and become normal in many situations. I know myself, 12 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, and they cut out half my tongue, and they put in half of my arm attached to my tongue so I can speak. So you may hear a little bit of a lisp. That's because I have a half of an arm and half a tongue in my mouth, and I have been an overcomer. I preach now more than I ever have before, share the gospel more than I've never had before, because God is incredible, and he does many, many different things. So no matter what your disability would be, or maybe what your lack of can be, you can be an overcomer. So let's go to this clip and hear about Joshua's father and Joshua Beckford himself.
A new report has found that there is no evidence linking the development of autism to childhood vaccines. This might provide some peace of mind to parents, but what about families who already live with the disorder? Autism is a lifelong developmental disability that affects how a person communicates and relates to other people. Jake Tupman went to meet 8-year-old Joshua Beckford from Tottenham to talk about living with autism.
Yeah, but remember, the power is not there, so you can't hear any sounds. But it could be in the background. He taught himself to touch type at 4 using BBC Typing Mat. I still can't touch type. So he's gone through like 6 Japanese learning programs. He started drawing quite early. And the tutor at Oxford said, look, we've got this special course for gifted children.
I did Oxford University at the age of 6, so I got these awards.
You know, he'll ask maths questions like, you know, is infinity an odd or an even number? Why do people have to die? He doesn't think people should die.
This is the brain, cerebral hemisphere, main part of the brain, cerebellum. It controls movement and coordination.
He doesn't have a sense of danger. So you literally have to always be watching and never assume. I mean, he's cut the charger leads to the phone twice. The only fortunate thing, it wasn't plugged in at the time. One of the things is he will have difficulty knowing where his body is in space. No, don't touch this. Yeah. So that's why he's continually having to get up and move.
If the toilet flushes, I cover my ears and run away.
Well, a meltdown is really where he has a complete shutdown in terms of anxiety.
Shutdown?
And yeah.
Shut down the computer.
No. It's like your brain shutting down. That's probably the worst experience any child can have, or any parent can have to deal with the child on the autistic spectrum, a meltdown, especially if it's in public.
He is the God of Wisdom. Well, that's not his name. His title is the God of Wisdom. Well, he's a black Chinese wizard.
I mean, we wouldn't change him in any way. We love him as he is. Autism is going to be new to everyone. It was new to me as well. Prior to that, it was just a word. And you have to become dedicated to learn as much as you can, because that child is going to spend more time with you than anyone else.
Hi, welcome back to CC News Today. My name is Eric Zeiler. What a great story that was about Joshua, and how God is continuing to show us how he is absolutely amazing. We're going to go into our weather report right now. We've got some awesome things going on. I just want to let you know that today we're looking at 36 degrees. You probably already know that, no matter where you are in the Salem County or in the South Jersey area. Looking at 19 degrees tonight. So make sure that you check on those people that have some problems with heating, or they need to get someplace, maybe seniors or those that are out there that you know. Wednesday, we're looking at 29 degrees during the day and 18 degrees at night. Listen, if you know somebody's homeless, if you know somebody maybe who cannot afford heat, maybe they have had their electric turned off or something going on, in the Salem County area, they can go over to the First Assembly God Church at 6 o'clock in the evening, and they will be there. It's a code blue. Again, it's in Carneys Point on Georgetown Road, the First Assembly of God. Also in Cumberland County, you can go to, there's some churches that are open, and you can check out Code Blue. Most of the times you can call the police department and they will tell you exactly where they can go. Looking at Thursday, we're looking at 36 degrees during the day, 20 degrees at night. Times of cloud and sun and cold again, but we're changing a little bit, coming over into Friday. Friday, we're looking at 41 degrees, 30 at night, some sun, and maybe some partly cloudy areas around the area. In Saturday and Sunday, we're looking 49 degrees on Saturday. We're looking at 54 degrees on Sunday with a little bit of rain. But we've been sharing, as I shared yesterday, about the weather report coming up for next week. Monday all the way to Sunday, we're looking at anywhere between 53 degrees all the way to 60 degrees. So we're going to have some awesome time next week. We're going to have some clouds. We're going to have some sun. But we're going to have that sweet smell of spring coming in the air. So if you have a good news report, or if you have something that you would like to share with us, you can go to CTF_TV@yahoo.com, or you can go to our Facebook page at CTF TV and hit us up there. Let us know about the good Christ-centered news that maybe you have, not only locally, but even in other states, around the nation, and international. My name is Eric Zeiler, here at the CCN News studio. God bless you. We love you.
You've been listening to Catch the Fire TV, CTF TV, a place where gospel and God's word is heard.
We mix our culture with the kingdom. Yeah, man. It's that new summertime anthem right here. This how we do for the kingdom.
Now we must swag down, boss down, let a minute get the devil out.
Start this nonsense. Let's go. We mix our culture with the kingdom. 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 Mix it. Mix it, mix it, mix it. We mix our culture with the kingdom. We mix our culture with the kingdom. Yeah, made new, done with the old. I'm a walking lyrical scroll. No man, you strip this, I got the script. I see she killed.